Hi guys, Joel from Artisti Coffee Roasters. Today we're going to go through how we use an AeroPress. A couple of things that you'll need which aren't 100% necessary is a set of scales to weigh everything out. If you don't have scales, you can always kind of just guesstimate, as I say. Another thing that's really handy is a temperature control kettle. If you don't have a temperature control kettle, the temperature of the water that we're using today is 94 degrees. So boil your kettle and leave it for about a minute, and then that should actually reduce the temperature back down to around the 90 to 94 degree mark. In addition to that, very important, we're going to need 17 grams of medium to fine grind coffee. Today we're using a single origin coffee, our Ethiopian Yirgacheffe. As I said, 17 grams is what we're using to get 1 cup today. You can adjust that recipe, the amount of water to the amount of coffee, to adjust the strength of the brew that you're after. All right, let's get started. Today we're going to be using the inverted AeroPress method, which is a really handy way to not let anything drip anywhere or get messy. So hot tip, use the inverted method. The way that we're actually going to do that is to depress the plunger straight into our AeroPress, only a small amount, and turn it upside down. We're then going to add our 17 grams of coffee straight into our AeroPress. Then we're going to jiggle it around to make sure that that bed of coffee is nice and flat. We can then get our metal filter that we're using today. A paper filter is fine too, but we find we get better results with the metal filter. Pop that in your filter basket and have that sitting next to the AeroPress ready to go. All right, so first thing we need to do is add 40 grams of water. And let that bloom for 30 seconds. The bloom's really important because it allows our coffee to release carbon dioxide out and start that process of brewing. Once that's bloomed for 30 seconds, we can get our water, which is 95 degrees, and add the rest of our water. We want to go right up to the top of the AeroPress, which should be about 220 grams. You can be actually quite fast with your pour here. It doesn't hurt to actually mix the coffee and the water up. Once we've done that, we're going to leave that to brew for a total time of 1 minute 30. All right, so now that's brewed for 1 minute 30, we've come back. We're just going to take it off our scales. We're going to get our metal filter and our filter basket and put that straight onto the top of our AeroPress. Make sure it's on there nice and tight, and I'm actually going to depress the AeroPress down until I see the coffee starting to come up through the bottom of the basket. So what this is doing is just getting rid of any air that's caught in that chamber, giving it a nice press down at a really slow steady rate until I see the coffee starting to come through. Okay, so that's starting to come through now. You can possibly see a little bit of the coffee crema coming through there. I'm going to get my glass, no drips, turn it upside down, and then evenly depress the AeroPress down to get my beautiful rich beverage. So once you hear little hisses, that's when we're stopping and it's complete. So brewing an AeroPress, it's that quick and easy. We've been selling these for a number of years now. It's still our most popular home brewing method because it's relatively foolproof, cheap and effective. If you check out our web store, I'm sure you can pick up one of these with a lovely bag of coffee at the right price. If you have any questions on how to brew, post a comment down below. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time.